Good morning, it's Elizabeth with Essential Oil Elements. And again, we are pre-sprouting seeds, and today is planting day. So I looked through the seeds and we had several that were ready to go into planting. And so I had my granddaughter help me, and we used the Burpee Natural Organic Seed Starting Mix, and we dampened the mix before we added it to the trays. And then we planted some lettuce, zinnia, zucchini, and cucumber seeds in the mix and covered them up with damp soil and covered it with a lid. So these are ready to start growing. We'll put these by a window or under a grow light. And these seeds were already pre-sprouted. These were ready to go. And so next we are going to use this Buzzy Grow Like a Pro seed starter plugs. And so I hadn't used these before. I thought I'd see how they do. They are small and there's 104 in here. So you can get a lot of plants in here, which I thought was pretty cool. So all you have to do is water the plugs. I put some water underneath the tray and it absorbed. It's got this like a drainage tray underneath. And then next we'll be adding the seeds and then transplanting them once the plants are 4 to 5 inches tall into a bigger pot or into the garden, depending on when it is ready. So I've got some evergreen bunching onions here that we're going to plant, and I've made a popsicle stick so we know what they are. Go ahead and stick that in at the end, and we'll see how these do. So I'm just going to grab a couple of these, and I'm going to put a few in each plug because these are pretty small. So just take a few and drop them in, and then I will use my popsicle stick and cover them up so that they have plenty of contact with the moist dirt. We're gonna have a lot of bunching onions. Oh well. Anybody know if you can freeze bunching onions? I think I've frozen green onions before. That's probably similar, right? I guess we'll make 2 rows of these because there are just a ton of these seeds. So this is something you can also just direct sow into the garden. If you pre-sprout your seeds a little bit later in the year, you know, our growing season, the last frost date is somewhere in the 1st or 2nd week of May. So we still have quite a bit of time, which is why I like to get things started early inside so they can get growing. But these can definitely be just direct sowed into your garden as well. And it might make it easier for you if you don't like messing with tiny, tiny seeds, as they are very tiny. But you can see, it's just really neat to see them pre-sprout and grow. Every step, every stage, just be able to see them. It's pretty cool. These don't always go where you want them to, just FYI. So we've got 2 rows done. I'll probably end up making another row. I might have to buy a couple more of these. I've still got lots of seeds that haven't germinated yet, like my cantaloupe, the tomatoes, and coriander, cilantro, sunflowers, lots of other things. So I've still got lots of seeds that will need to be planted. So be watching for more videos, and we'll pop in another day or 2 when these start popping out of the soil. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more natural health and gardening tips from Elizabeth's Essential Oil Elements. And I hope you enjoy your growing time as well. Let us know in the comments how you like the video, and tell us what you like to grow in your garden. I really like to grow strawberries and raspberries and blueberries. Although at our new house we don't have blueberries or strawberries, or I'm sorry, blueberries or raspberries yet. I did plant a big strawberry patch last year, So looking forward to reaping a harvest of wonderful berries this year. Really looking forward to that. Having some strawberry shortcake, some homemade shortcakes and ice cream or whipped cream. Always a treat. All right, so now I'm going to see how this works. I'm going to try to cover these up with a little bit of soil, maybe. I'm not sure how well this is going to mold. If not, I'm just going to use some of my, and I probably will do this, I'm just going to use some of my Burpee seed starting mix, because that is going to be a lot easier. So let me grab my little spoon here and bowl. I've also got some marigold heads that I collected last year from the garden. So I'm going to be planting those as well pretty soon. You can also pre-sprout marigolds in your paper towel method as well. It's always good to have paper, towels down or a tablecloth for easy cleanup, because stuff tends to go everywhere. So I don't have any water on me at the moment, so I'm just going to sprinkle these a little bit to get them covered, and then I'll probably add a little more water, because we want them to have good contact with the soil, plenty of cover. So they can grow. And the funny thing is, and it's pretty cool, is these bunching onions, it totally smells like onions already, and I can smell it from here. These little tiny sprouts have all the genes, the DNA in them already for what they're going to be. Even though they are not fully grown, they have no leaves yet, they just have this little tiny root. You can already smell that they're onions. See? God designed everything and everyone perfectly. His design is what we were created to be. Plants, animals, and of course, people the same. And he has a plan for each and every person. A perfect plan. But we're not always good about listening, are we? All right, so that looks good. I'll water these, and then I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap, just so it keeps the moisture in there, and the seeds stay moist so they can keep growing. So check back, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching this seed starting adventure, pre-sprouting seeds and growing them indoors. Thanks for watching from Elizabeth's Essential Oil Elements.